IELTS Speaking Practice, Band 7. Topic: Education. Part 1. Do you prefer studying alone or with a teacher?
It really depends on the subject matter. If I need to brainstorm ideas or practice a language, I find having a mentor or a study partner invaluable. However, for tasks requiring deep concentration, like writing an essay, I prefer solitude to avoid distractions.
Do you prefer studying alone or with a teacher? What kind of technology do you use for studying?
I rely quite heavily on my tablet. It's incredibly convenient because I can annotate digital textbooks and organize all my notes in one place. I also frequently use flashcard apps, which help me with spaced repetition when memorizing new vocabulary.
What kind of technology do you use for studying? Do you think you learn better with books or videos?
I'm definitely a visual learner, so videos work best for me. Seeing a concept explained through animations or diagrams helps me grasp it much faster than reading dense text. That said, I still use books for in-depth analysis.
Do you think you learn better with books or videos? Did you use computers at school when you were a child?
Only occasionally, we had a computer lab, but we only visited it once a week. For basic IT lessons, the integration of technology wasn't as seamless as it is today. It was treated more like a separate subject, rather than a tool for learning.
Did you use computers at school when you were a child? Would you like to be a teacher in the future?
To be honest, I don't think so. While I have a lot of respect for the profession, I don't think I possess the patience required to manage a classroom. I'm much more interested in the analytical side of education, perhaps in curriculum design or educational policy.
Would you like to be a teacher in the future? Do you think children today use too much technology in their studies?
In some cases, yes. While tech is a great tool, I feel like some students are becoming over-reliant on it. They might turn to Google for simple answers instead of trying to solve the problem themselves, which could hinder their critical thinking skills.
Do you think children today use too much technology in their studies? Part 2. Describe a teacher who has influenced you in your education. Who is it? Where you meet? What kind of influence? How the teacher influenced you?
I'd like to talk about my high school history teacher, Mr. Booty. He wasn't just a teacher, he was a true educator who changed how I viewed learning. He taught me, during my final year of high school, before his class, I found history to be incredibly dry and boring, mostly just memorizing dates and names. But Mr. Booty had a very distinct pedagogical approach. Instead of just lecturing, he would use storytelling and even technology, like documentaries and digital maps, to bring the past to life. One thing that made him stand out was his ability to foster critical thinking. He wouldn't just tell us what happened, he challenged us to ask why it happened, and how it connects to current events. He didn't treat us like empty vessels to be filled with facts, but rather as young adults, capable of forming opinions. I think he influenced me significantly, because he showed me that a teacher's role isn't just to transfer information. Technology can do that now. His role was to inspire curiosity. Because of him, I actually decided to pursue a degree in social sciences. He was instrumental in shaping my academic path.
Describe a teacher who has influenced you in your education. Who is it? Where you meet? What kind of influence? How the teacher influenced you? Part 3. Do you think computers will eventually replace teachers in the classroom?
This is a contentious issue, but I highly doubt a full replacement will happen. While AI can deliver content more efficiently than humans, it lacks emotional intelligence. A computer cannot empathize with a struggling student or inspire them when they feel like giving up. Education is about human connection as much as it is about data.
Do you think computers will eventually replace teachers in the classroom? How has the role of a teacher changed because of the internet?
The role has shifted from being the sole provider of knowledge to becoming a facilitator. In the past, students relied on teachers for facts. Now, since information is ubiquitous online, a teacher's job is to guide students on how to verify that information and apply it critically, rather than just lecturing.
How has the role of a teacher changed because of the internet? Some people say online learning widens the gap between rich and poor students. Do you agree?
Unfortunately, yes. I believe it contributes to the digital divide. Wealthier students have access to high-speed internet, private tutors, and premium learning platforms. Conversely, students from underprivileged backgrounds often lack basic connectivity, which puts them at a significant disadvantage, essentially denying them equal opportunities.
Some people say online learning widens the gap between rich and poor students. Do you agree? Is technology in the classroom a distraction or a helpful tool?
It's definitely a double-edged sword. On the positive side, interactive whiteboards and tablets make lessons engaging. However, if not managed properly, they can be a massive distraction. Students might be tempted to check social media or play games, so the effectiveness really comes down to how strictly the teacher monitors the usage.
Is technology in the classroom a distraction or a helpful tool? How might exams and assessments change in the future due to technology?
I foresee a shift away from traditional pen and paper exams towards more adaptive testing. AI could tailor questions to a student's ability level in real time. Also, instead of memorizing facts, assessments might focus more on problem solving using digital tools, which is more reflective of the real-world working environment.
How might exams and assessments change in the future due to technology? Can social skills be effectively taught through online learning?
I'm skeptical about that. While online platforms allow for communication, they miss the nuances of face-to-face interaction, like body language and tone. Learning to resolve conflicts, share physical space, and read social cues is something that happens best in a physical classroom, so online learning might actually stunt the development of these soft skills.
Can social skills be effectively taught through online learning? End of practice.